Decision making. You have been making decisions all your life. Which lady to chase after, right? Which restaurant to go, which movie to go. Now these are all personal decision making. It doesn't affect much except you. But when you're a business owner, when you're really a startup, whatever you make is not affecting you. It's affecting the company, affecting the employer. And when you're in design orchard, your decision also affects the organizer. So we have a responsibility if you are talking about making decisions not on a personal basis. We have a larger accountability and then the bigger responsibility of making decisions not on a personal basis. I don't know whether you agree to that, but that is the message I want to give it to you. So that makes it a little bit harder, more serious, and then you need to learn how to make decision making. No decision, no action. Agree? Hey, give me something. You are entrepreneurs, you are active people, you are really energetic people, right? Give me some response. Agree?
Yeah.
Okay? So, action, move, or ruin business. Agree? Give me one example that decision ruin business. Anyone?
Closing shop early. Closing shops early.
Closing shop early. Okay, that's one. Any other? Kodak. Agree? Blockbuster. Do you know what Blockbuster is? It's a video rental shop. Before Netflix come on, and then now it's out. Did they have money at that time? They have. So don't tell me money is the issue that you close down. Don't. A lot of, or maybe 90% of the SME and my clients saying, no, Ricky, I don't have money, that's why I fail. No. You fail not because you don't have money, it's because you make the wrong decision at the wrong time. Okay, so that's another message. So don't ever tell yourself that my business sucks and it turns down because I don't have money. My opinion, no. A company never goes down because of lacking of money. There are money all around the world right now. You're much, much fortunate than I was 20 years ago. We don't have the government saying that I have 20 million. Come and give a proposal, I'll give you 50,000. Nobody would do that 20 years ago. Now, you can. Okay? So, no decision, no action. An action, move, or ruin business. If you agree, then it makes sense to spend 20 minutes talking about why we have to learn about business decision making. Now, do you know how to make a business decision? So, that gentleman talking about what you talk about the hard skills in decision making. Well, if you search the internet, if you go to McKinsey, if you go to Harvard Business School document, you have 7 processes in making a business decision. Well, there are 7 steps in making a decision. There are flow charts, there are templates for you to fill in to make a business decision. If you search on YouTube, you have tens, if not hundreds, of videos taking down how to make a decision. That's the how. That's the hard skill. It's available everywhere. As long as you have the time, you can go and learn it. I'm not talking about hard skill today. I only got 20 minutes. But I'm focusing on the soft skill. Why I so focusing on soft skill? Just like you go to any school. What a teacher teaches hard skill. Why somebody got 19 marks, why the other got 20 marks? Because of the hard skill, soft skills, that they are affecting the hard skill. Okay? Is decision making rational or emotional? Anyone? Anyone?
Both.
Both. Okay, any other? Both. Huh? Rational.
But very emotional.
Rational but very emotional. Okay.
For us, it always starts with the heart, like
Okay.
a gut feel or
Okay.
something, and then we go back and try to see if it makes sense from a scientific perspective, and then.
Okay, emotional, then the word scientific comes in now. Others? Okay. Let me throw you a challenging question. If decision making is rational, a robot can do it. Do you agree? You fit all the information within the robot. I mean, the robot beats all the world-leading chess players in the entire world. Why? It's purely rational. They fit in millions of games into the computer so they can anticipate each and every move there. But there's no emotion inside there. So if decision making is rational, don't you agree? How are you going to respond to my challenging question? Then develop a robot. Lor. You fill in all the Harvard business case. You fill in all the McKinsey case report. You fill in all the world survey to the robot. 6 months later, he or she, whoever you call it, will make the decision for you. Agree? No? Yes? Right, so if you search on the internet, basically you use rational to compose all the data. As you said, we have to know the market data, right? We have to know the cost of the production. We have to know what competitors are doing. We have to understand why customers buy from me or not buy from me. All these are rational because they are data. Data are rational. But when you go down to the final decision, it doesn't matter you're running a 5 billion company or a 50,000 company. It's all emotional. If you change the CEO, I come from DuPont, if you change the CEO to DuPont, giving all the facts by the research department, by HR, by finance, a different path of direction will emerge. Do you agree? That is the human factor. Right? So if you agree that decision making is emotional and you are the final person to say yes or no, then you should know about decision making. What's the difference between a strategic decision and operational decision? You have a customer complaint. Is that operational or strategic? Operational. Give me one strategic. It seems that you all know operational decision. Give me one strategic.
To join design orchard or not?
Yes! Absolutely! Yeah! Very good. Why is that a strategic decision? Why?
Affects the retail.
Affect your future. Affect everything. Right? Customer Ricky complain, okay, you talk to Ricky, I'll give you another 10% discount. Done. But it won't affect the entire organization. But if you join Design Orchard, it will affect your future in the coming 6 months to a year. But that is a strategic decision. Now you are the owner, right? Which kind of decision you should be focusing on? Strategic or operational? So how much time have you been in the past 6 months focusing and deliberating on strategic decision, not on operation? 10%? 90%? If I talk about operation and strategic in the past 3 to 6 months in your own thing, right? What is the percentage? 80% operational, 20% strategic, 90% operational, 10% strategic? Or the other way around, 10% strategic, 10% operational, and 90% operational? Think about it. Right? When I met with a client, they all say that, Ricky, I don't have the time. But if you feel that that is really important, if you feel that's your priority, you find time, even 5 minutes a day, even 10 minutes a day, thinking about the strategic direction of your company. When you're traveling on MRT, I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, sit down there, don't look at your mobile phone. Don't look at WhatsApp. But think, okay, I'm here. Where am I in the business? What should I do tomorrow? What is the strategic direction? If you spend 30 minutes every day on the MRT to think about it, in a week you got what? 2.5 hours. In a month you got what? 10 hours. That's good enough. Forget about your mobile phone during travel. You tell me you don't have time, I don't buy that. It's because you don't squeeze. You don't reallocate your time to things you think is important. Right? If you think it's important, you have the time. Okay? So you're having a dinner. Your plant manager call you saying that your plant is on fire. Right? So you are the owner of a company. You're having dinner with Ricky Law. Then your plant manager comes in, hey, Mr. Wong, Miss Wong, our boss, our plant is on fire. Will you leave dinner and rush back? Or still continue dinner with Ricky Law so that we can learn more?
That steak looks good.
Okay, so you stay. Okay, one stay. Pardon me? Or,
I will rush to sleep, but probably will still having dinner with you.
then where will you go?
Probably will be thinking about how to resolve the situation, meeting the right people, making the right calls.
Okay, there are two. Others.
Eat dinner and claim insurance.
Eat dinner and claim insurance. Okay, that's good. That's good. Any others? You just put yourself into there's no right or wrong. But a little bit tricky question here. Right? But I just want to eliminate or enlighten what is strategic, what is operation. Okay? Anyone? Before I share? Now this is a real case. I'm not dreaming it out. I met the owner of a famous mattress brand in Hong Kong. I come from Hong Kong. I've been here 13 years. And that mattress is also having branch offices in Singapore. I'm not going to mention names. I actually had dinner with him. And then he said it actually happened to him a few months ago. And I said, what will you do? He said, I just sat here and then I continue with the dinner. I asked him why. Not claim insurance. Not calling people. Anyone take a guess? He stayed. He said, I have a plant manager. What is the role of a plant manager? Looking after anything happening in a plant manager, including what? Fire, collapse, or police, or whatever. But that's the role of a plant manager. And then during the conversation, he said, he asked the plant manager, has the fire department been notified? Is there any employee inside the building? The first question is yes, government department is notified. No, there's no employee in the building. Then the owner told me, why should I go to the plant? How can I help? By going there. Do I have any value going there? All those three question answers, no. Then, Ricky, why should I go there? Okay? Now, this is an actual example just showing you how you make decisions. Right? And you have to know what is the strategic, what is the operational. The manager is not going there to help with the operation. Why? Because that's why he employed the plant manager. Now, what's the worst if you go there? What could be the worst if you go there? The plant manager did nothing. Right? Ricky, you're the boss. You are here. Ricky, what should I do? You are there already. Then why should I do anything? You are the boss. And then you affect the decision of the plant manager. Make sense? Okay, that's the strategic and the scenario planning. Now, one of the things is I'm coming on with two suggestions, then we'll end the sharing and then we can have a little bit of Q&A there. One method is a scenario planning. Now, what is scenario planning? Anyone heard about tabletop? Does anyone know about what is tabletop exercise? Well, tabletop exercise is, as the word implies, that it's the people sitting around a table, and then you circulate and you dream up issues, and you talk about what you should be doing. Just that kind of what if stuff there, right? So why are we going to do that? We anticipate opportunity, issues, and crisis. For instance, you are now in design orchard. Probably you gather your people together saying, okay, how can we benefit from design orchard? You brainstorm all the crazy ideas. Right? You still kind of a brainstorming section. But the difference between this one is brainstorming section is all over the air. This one's no. Specific questions. We ask specific questions. How can we benefit from design orchard? How can we increase our sales by 10% by participating in design orchard? Do we need to employ manpower by one person at the end of this year because of joining design orchard? You see the difference? Saying that, well, how can we benefit from design orchard? That's brainstorming. This amount of brainstorming, you got 100 post-it on the board there, and then you don't know how to collect it back. Right? So don't do that. If I may say so, your size is too small to do that. DuPont can do that. I mean, there are tens of people managing all this kind of stuff there. So a tabletop is you have a specific set of questions. Opportunity, issue, and crisis. What are some of the crises? If your client purposely kind of a late payment, right? So what should we do if we cannot collect the $10,000 at the end of this month? So once you have discussed about all this, then you fast forward possible solutions. Now, one of the things is the startup owner a little bit worried and a little bit chaotic thing is because that decision, that situation has not been thought of. Now, why the mentors are so good? Because they fail, they succeed, they encounter tens of thousands of situations which you haven't have the opportunity to encounter yet, so that they will give you advice, they will share stories. This is similar to saying that you are trying to train your mind to get more experience in whatever situation that you may be or will be in. Minimize damage and resume business fast. Whenever you're in business, big or small, you must have crisis. The reason why you can stay calm is because you have all the scenario set up first, and then you know what to do. So when a crisis come on, you are not in chaotic situation. You're saying, Ricky, you go to do this. John, you go to do this. Why? You have done this before. Now, you all go back to the thing saying, Ricky, we are too busy. I am a small business owner. I have 5 roles. I have 10 roles in a company. How am I going to do that? The same thing as whether or not you have time, you allocate time to do your decision thinking process. Same thing. Like, prioritize your own business. If you feel this will affect your business, you will go. For instance, if you think that you are going to meet an important client, sorry, Julie, I'm not going to have dinner tonight, even though I promised to have dinner with you. I'm going to meet John. Same thing. Well, I should not use the word dumb. Why should you cancel the appointment with your daughter and then go to meet Ricky Law? Why? Because you feel that Ricky Law at that moment is more important than your daughter, even though you promised to go to a dinner with your daughter. It happens all the time in TV dramas, right? The same thing. Right? If you regard this as your most important client, you squeeze time. So don't tell me you don't have time. It's because you have your priority set, not for this. So whenever in a SME, don't tell me you have no money. Don't tell me you have no time. It's only your priority. And also decision making. Okay? Decision by convenience. What do I mean? Whenever you have a difficult challenges, whom do you go to? As you are here now, or normally, whom do you go to? Anyone? Hey.
Partners.
Partners? What else? Who else? Your
friend, your mentor.
Okay, your mentors, your buddy, right? Your good friends. Right? That's what I call my convenient decision by convenience. Because you may know your friend for 25 years, but he or she may not be a legal expert. But you go and ask him, hey, I forgot the insurance, should I sue him or should I not sue him? Come on. Yes, a very nice friend. He knows your family. He knows you from top down. But he or she is not a legal expert. Yet you ask him whether, hey, John, I have this and there and blah, 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 blah. Should I go and sue him? And then your friend saying, yeah, you sue him with this, you sue him with that. But is that good advice? No. Right? So one of the things is try to avoid decision by convenience. Your good friend is good. You cry with him, right? You confide in her. But whenever you want to ask a business decision, evaluate him or her whether he or she knows marketing, whether he or she knows digital, whether or she knows the human resources issue. If not, cry with him, but not asking questions. You find somebody who can help you out on this one. As you say, mentors, right? Or go to search. The search people are here. And find some experts to that. Try to avoid decision by convenience. I've seen too many startup and SME owner do this during my coaching section there. Okay? So some takeaway. 1, allocate time for making decisions. Focus on strategic and delegate operational decision. Do scenario planning through tabletop and avoid decision by convenience. Right? Now, this is only a very, very small intro to decision making because I only got in 20-25 minutes. But I want you, after knowing that you have not studied anything or read anything about decision making, please go back, search on the internet. You have all the resources, and just read 10 pages, 20 pages about decision making. Then you know a little bit just about how are you going to make decision making for your business. As I said, if you are only talking about personal, I don't care. You go to Curry, you go to Chili Crab, I don't care. But we are talking about you are owner. When you make decision, even though you got 3 staff, you are still responsible to those 3 staff. Right? When you are making a business decision, it's more accountable and then it's more responsible. That is why we chose this topic talking about decision making. Okay?